I'm hungry now.
More intimacy and privacy for couples and husbands and wives and all these things, and these are all things that are major benefits.
Back to the people.
Means they would get nothing back. So you're going to give all the money back to all the 1%, and instead of actually having a productive campaign for the creativity and safety of American children and American households.
What we're doing loud.
You don't want to wake your parents up, or your parents judge you for the things you say, or you're in a your people are loud, so you can't record videos, you can't record music, you can't you don't have quiet space to write books, to do these creative things that really drive people in America and around the world, and you give them the ability to do that to the people who need it, the poor families, the poor kids, the kids who grow up in in underprivileged households. If you give it to those people and then help them rise up based on with their creativity, then that's a major benefit.
Okay.
He doesn't need it.
And because they don't read
argument, because you're saying taking money. I'm saying you're redistributing funds that were going already to something else that I deem as useless.
Okay.
A soundproof room are the people who can't afford it in the first place, which would mean they wouldn't be paying taxes enough to get get money back. That would be enough to give them a sound. There are if you're most houses are houses that you're buying from somebody else already had a house. So having coming up with programs that help prevent that. We're talking about soundproofing. We're not talking about abuse prevention. If you want to argue with me about abuse prevention, we can talk about that and all the amazing things we can do to help minimize abuse in the country, because it is a horrible thing that nobody should have to go through. But preventing children from growing up in a household where they hear these horrible things that make them scarred for life, or have certain horrible things that they have to grow up with is a benefit of this plan. Now you're saying that but you're not preventing abuse. Well, it's like yeah, I'd be fine with discussing a different plan that would help prevent abuse.
Give give everybody 24 money. Has one who made over back. Okay,
I would not have bet. I would talk to him about it.
Let's say that Bill Gates getting a benefit.
They hear horrible things around them in places where there's gunshots, in places where there's abuse, in places where there's all these negative things that they don't have to hear due to the soundproofing.
Was waiting for him to finish. Look, Dream, you live at all, and I have already.
What you're proposing is in effect no taxes, whatever. You're saying no. Instead of, I'm going to double down on your point and say, instead of doing the soundproof house, why don't you give everybody money, a ton of money, that way they can do whatever they want and buy whatever they want in this fairy tale universe.
Well, I think your point is
stupid.
Better than
He does not achieve the things that I think are the benefits of providing people with soundproof houses. People who have money, you're right. People who get money are more likely to buy iPhones, are more likely to buy things that make them happier, rather than something that if the government mandated, which is the whole point, that everybody has it, the benefits outweigh just giving everybody money to buy McDonald's or to buy the new iPhone. If we actually take money, because your point is stupid and you're not, and so I guess if you want to turn into a debate about should we give people money, which is a bad position, or should we give the houses soundproof, that's not the argument. The argument is making people's houses soundproof beneficial. And what I'm saying is, yes, it is beneficial. Creativity in America will become so much better than it already is, because people will not be ashamed to pursue their passions, and that's it.
And I am saying,
George is
George, you want?
That's not the case, and the fact that you said it's low on the list of priorities is totally true, but you're misrepresenting the point that the argument is, is it beneficial for people to soundproof their houses? I'm not saying is it more beneficial to soundproof your house than it is to drink water. That is a stupid argument. I would never argue that. I'm saying that on the list of things that there are that we currently spend money on, this is something that we could put money into to make people more creative. And the fact that you said the only way people hear about abuse is from hearing it is completely false. For a lot of places, you won't hear abuse at all. People are in houses that are separate from each other where you won't actually hear it at all. You see bruises, you see things that give it away, and a lot of times the people that are in that position do need help to get out of it. I think it'll actually benefit people that are in that situation by being able to do that. Imagine people that are kids that can't actually whether it's a passion they have or a preference they have or whatever that they can't talk about. Soundproof walls, they're able to. If it's a passion they have that they can only do it during the middle of the night, they're able to. If it's a passion they have that they can't, want that same benefit to everybody. And I think that would be a major benefit of doing these things. And everything you just said is countered by that. I don't want to make an argument whether or not it's the number one priority. Clearly it's not, but I think that there are many things that we currently spend money on in the government that, this is something that we could take money away from that and put it towards something like this that would benefit thousands and thousands of teenagers with passions around America that could then shape the future and shape the future of everybody, and benefit us in terms of our creativity as a whole. And I think that everything you just said in your argument I just addressed, I believe, but I think it's a majorly good thing, and it's a huge privilege that I have. And that's my final argument as George.
Okay, George.
As George.
That was an easy debate.
George, you didn't do anything. You just sat there and snacked on crackers. Little muffin.
Pretty sure I won that. Did I win or not win?
Yeah.
Bad. Round of applause.
Woo!
Good job. I think you did
Great
really
job,
good.
George.
Defending
Great job.
that.
Thank you.
George.
I
Clip
think
that.
you are a bit confused.
I really
about
hope
what's
somebody
happening here.
clips that, because that
Don't
would be
worry,
so
it will
hilarious.
be on YouTube.
No,
I want to
listen,
see George being
you are
like,
confused.
wait,
Bad.
what's my position
Clearly.
again? That was so funny. I died.
My
My YouTube,
is
George
coming
Not
out
Found. My
next-
YouTube's George is coming out soon on the 26th, and
Oh my
follow my
goodness.
Twitter, George Not Found.